Hey guys, it's Blair, the Love Guru from loveguru.net, thealiennetwork.com, and horsehealer.net. And today is May 6, 2022, and I am making a video from this cabin in the woods that I'm staying at. There's the bunk beds. I sleep down here. Should I do a little scan of the rest of the place? Let's go around. It's very like bare bones, minimum type of cabin. That's all my stuff hanging from there. So I've been living in here for a week now, and I'm going to stay for another week and possibly longer. If you knew the whole backstory of what's going on here, you would think it's fucking crazy. Let me show you the outside. It's beautiful here. So it's raining today. I'm gonna take a nap too, but it's beautiful here. There's my grill and my picnic table. Should we make it out here? I just want to share something with you guys, which I think is like pretty funny. Okay. So I am between houses, which means my lease was up with my other house, and I moved out. I extended it for a little bit, for 1 month, for me to stay there because I wasn't finding a house. Like the housing market's like crazy now, you know, because like the agenda, and I wasn't finding the house that I saw in my mind, my vision of what I wanted, and the places that I did see were just awful and not right for me. And I only say yes to things that really make me excited and happy these days. No more settling. Most people, like they have the fear of like, oh no, I'm going to be homeless. I better just like take anything. And I was not going to do that. I don't live in that space anymore, that fear. Besides the fact that I've like kind of been homeless like twice already. So kind of like been there, done that, like got the t-shirt, knew that I didn't die from it, and actually knew it was like very special times that like spirit stepped in and I was taken care of, and it was just like magical times. And that's what I'm having now also. Like I wanted to see like what was on the other side of that of me, because I knew spirit kept saying like don't settle, don't settle. So just there's a lot to this story. And I share all these teachings in my book. They're not out now, but it's books that I've been writing about my move from the city to the country, which is where I live now. And I talk in those books that, again, like they've been written, like they're being written. Like the first half is written. This is like the second half of how I manifested this like amazing house when I first came out here on a couple of acres of land, this really big house, how I did it, moving from like this apartment that was right outside New York City. And I was going to say that it was a small apartment, but it really wasn't that small, but it was fine. I liked it. Originally it had good energy. But the house that I moved into was like 8-9 times the size of how I was living, and I like blew myself away of how I manifested that. And then it was a short-term lease, so then that's how we got here, like looking for a new place. So what I just wanted to share was the fact that like, so this cabin doesn't have a bathroom in it, and I have been peeing in this. And before that, I've just been peeing down there. Can you see, like, did I turn it properly? Like, basically on the ground next to the barbecue. I've been peeing, like, in the middle of the night, because there are bathrooms, but they're not so close. And I have to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, and I'm not walking all the way over there, so I just pop a squat, like, right outside my cabin. And I just, like, pee right there. And it's funny, and it's also kind of like crazy, you know, your mind like kicks up like sort of judgments about like, am I making good life decisions? Like, is this what my life is now? And then I met like, so this is a campground where I'm living, which I don't think I've ever been on a campground before, but people are like really into that here. And ever since I moved out here, I wanted to go camping, and then like Spirit's like, your wish is granted. And I was like, oh, I didn't want it to happen like this. But then I was like, oh, I like it. So again, there's more to this story. It's just like a preview. Get the books when they come out if you want to read about it. These books are amazing with my stories. Like, the adventures that Spirit takes me on are just, in one way they're like insane, and in the other way they're like really magical and like interesting and like enlightening and inspiring. So what I wanted to just share, I know that there's a lot of things that I shared here, but like, so one of the seasonal campers, like like this lady who comes here seasonally, and she has a trailer. A lot of people have trailers here. So that was like another thing that I've been like kind of like looking at and thinking about and reworking, because I grew up maybe how you were with like the whole idea of trailer trash, living in trailers. But like they're kind of cool, like these RVs, and like I think I want one. In fact, like I know I want one. I want to travel around with my husband and like go places and just like park out, and it's interesting because like this is actually exactly how I want to be living, like in the woods. Like it's so beautiful. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. And like I hang out at the park. I used to hang out at the park every day. Now I don't need to go to the park. I just sit on my porch and I just and I just like, it's just amazing to hear like the foxes at night, and like hear the owls and the birds, wake up to the birds, to sleep with your windows open and hear the rain, and there's no EMFs around. And that's always been like every place I've been looking at for a housing situation. I'm like, what's the EMF factor here? I get out my EMF reader and I'm like checking it. And if people live too close, that's disturbing to me too. I don't want to feel their energy. I don't want to feel their emotions. I'm like too sensitive for that. So like this was my manifestation right now. Which is funny because, like, to other people, like, it looks like I'm homeless. It looks like you're just bumming out in a campground. Like, that's sad and pathetic. And, like, meanwhile, this is actually contributing to me, because not only was it, like, what I wanted, or, like, in alignment with what I wanted. I mean, I want a house. I want, like, a log cabin. I actually want a log cabin house, but I want it to be big. Or like much bigger than this, like, and I like, you know, the normal amenities that we have. But what I was like laughing about, because I just went to the bathroom and it's raining, so I don't want to walk all the way down there, and I want to take a nap, a little bit tired. And I was peeing in this, and then I threw it out, like right on the side here. And I'm cracking up because Spirit like keeps saying to me, and I know it's true, that like I'm being blessed now, and I'm being upgraded. I have been upgraded, and I am being upgraded. But like, to the judgmental eye and to the programmed eye, it looks like I'm a fucking bum. It looks like I'm a bum. And it looks like I'm really sad and pathetic. Like I'm popping a squat like on the floor, like on the ground, and like peeing. And then like I upgraded to like, because this lady gave me this cup, this like seasonal camper, or like this, she has a spot, which I guess it's called a camping space. It's basically a spot to park your trailer. And she invited me over for tea later. Which will be fun. So we'll have tea in her camper. But she gave me this, and she gave me this tip. She's like, just pee. She's like, I used to have to go to the bathroom. Like, she's like, when I had our pop-up site, which I don't even really know what that is. I guess it's just like a sleeper. It's not like a full-blown trailer camper. She's like, I used to have to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, and none of my boys like would want to walk me to the bathroom. So like I just started peeing in this, and she's like, you just toss it. So you have to really like examine, like everything that I teach, you have to examine your programming, Because again, like I was paying into that and laughing because again, it looks like what has my life become? Like this is sad and pathetic. But it's actually like, it's actually me being blessed. So like, you don't, things that you might judge or be critical about happening in your life are actually like blessings for you, possibly. And most definitely blessings for you of like how Spirit's giving to you and upgrading you. And like, I don't even question that. Like when I was going through things in the past with like housing situations and like when I was like kind of homeless, but like wasn't really homeless because then like I stayed in a hotel and then like a friend from the past or like it wasn't even, it was just like a business contact from the past was like, he saw my ad, I put an ad on Craigslist and he was like, you can come move in with me. And I just did, like, everything worked out. Like, everything always works out. So I'm just, like, chilling. Like, there's nothing to, like, worry about or fear or whatever. Like, and I see signs of my house coming about. And, like, I'm actually living in the town where I wanted to move to. So, like, Spirit not only gave me, like, living in the log cabin, which is how I want to live, living in the woods. I mean, it's so nice to be listening to the sounds of nature and to be getting activations and light codes from them. Like, for me, it's such a sound that's, like, so pleasing and, like, it's, like, I don't know how to explain, like, the silence. So, like, one of my spiritual practices is just to be in silence. And I've lived like this for a long time. And I know people have very busy lives and very busy minds. My mind's not like that anymore, like it used to be, or like how other people are. And the constant doing stuff, like I just spend my time being. So like technically I could sit here for like hours, and I would if I wasn't like, I want to take a nap. But when I wake up, I'll do that, and I think it's going to rain again tomorrow. But I would so much rather like listen to the sounds of nature, to hear this rain, to hear the animals, to hear the birds, and to just be in peace. And you're in total alignment with truth, with nature, with everything that's good in the world, rather than all the things that are brought in to distort our vibration. And rather than hearing neighbors or feeling them or those EMFs around, like they're just so disturbing to me. So, my lips are chapped again, but I just wanted to share that because I hope wherever you are and whatever you're doing, you're enjoying your life experience, even if it might look a little funky, and even if you have like fears and anxieties to clear through. Because I will tell you, the first night that I was here, I had trouble sleeping. Like I had so many thoughts going through my mind. I just could not get into the peace that I'm normally in. And so you might have mixed feelings about things, but then that stuff clears. And you have to check your programming. You have to work through and clear your programming, right? I mean, if you're peeing in a cup, would you think that your life is pretty shit? Would you be like, what's going on with my life? I'm not sure if I'm making good decisions here. Or would you say, I'm chillin', Bo Billin'. I'm being upgraded. I am upgraded. You know, no matter what other people think or say when they see your situation. So, if you'd like assistance, I have lots of audios, videos, books on my websites, loveguru.net and thealiennetwork.com under Warrior Toolkit. Bye-bye.